Well, hello, you guys. Good morning. Reporting to you live. Going to the Leah Remini court hearing this morning, all the way to downtown Los Angeles, you guys. We're going to really start finding out what in the literal hell is going on as we are going to um, see what happens in these court hearings, and we really need to start auditing the courts, auditing Scientology's buildings, and yeah, it's gonna be a good day today. Well, hello, Wendy. Nice to see you. We are going to be checking out what happens in this court. What's up, Beach Cucumber? Yay! Hi, Kim. Hi. Say hi to Michael. He's coming here to the court with us.
Hi guys.
So it's gonna be interesting, you guys, because they are gonna let us possibly even live stream inside the courtroom. If not, there is gonna be a camera. Um, so we will also see that. But it's going to be interesting to be face to face with the so-called Scientology attorneys. The Scientology attorneys that are responsible for advising their client on how to be following the law. Because let's really not forget that it's the attorneys who are getting paid a lot of money, you guys, to follow the laws. And yet, it doesn't seem like Scientology likes following the laws. So imagine that you have on speed dial, on retainer, a ton of attorneys, and all of them are not able to rein in their own client. I know it was a late night last night, you guys, definitely, but we're not too tired.
No, and I think it was great with all those kids that were there asking you the questions. It seems like they were asking you all the questions that I've heard the reporters ask you, and you were able to answer and able to get the information out there where the reporters never report it because they're afraid to get the answers out there.
Well, yeah, but you know what? I give the kids that were asking questions actually ask better questions than reporters, you guys, because they're genuinely curious. The reporters always have
Um,
an agenda for themselves. They always have a slant to the story because, once again, the corporate media never has a shred of skin in the game. The corporate media that we have dealt with so far. We did actually talk yesterday about the reporter, um, Nick, that did blow the whistle on the whole Epstein situationship. So there are good reporters, but you know, Nick happens to be an independent reporter, and I think that also makes a very big difference because the reporters that are usually working for big networks and corporations are compromised with what they can cover and how they can cover it. Sorry, I need to put this on this tripod, guys. Give me 1 second. So, yeah, let's see how many um, good reporters we can get to speak to today because we are going to meet with somebody today that's the person that is being allowed to report on everything. Hi, Mia. Thank you so much. Fantastic job to y'all for showing up in all these lives and tuning in, you guys. That's what we need. We need witnesses. You know, we all witnessed the corrupt LAPD do that fake detention for Scientology. And as we were going through the courthouse, through the L. Ron Hubbard Way yesterday, you guys, There was no one in sight. Like usually there's always like security guards policing and making sure. And now Scientology is trying this tactic, or they're all in the doghouse to, oh, now there was not a single shred of person anywhere near the blue building last night, you guys.
Well, I think it's very much like when I was watching Aaron's thing the other day when he was down at the Fort Harrison. The moment he got there, the buses weren't even stopping. They had directed the buses to go somewhere else to drop off the people because they're like hiding him like ants. They're like, go back in the mountain, go back in the mountain, go back in the mountain. They're and that's the exact same thing that I saw last night. It's like the moment that someone got on the street, there was one time where people were coming downstairs and all of a sudden they saw you and they ran back up the stairs or something like that to hide. So you know they're on top of what you guys are doing or trying to be, but they can't hide.
Yeah, and they're very, very pissed that all their usual intimidation tactics are not working, you guys. Good morning to all 91 of y'all that are here joining us today. Please definitely hit the like button. Let's have more people um, find out about these court proceedings.
Yeah, everybody, just if you have a friend that's interested in what you're watching and what you're learning from Scientology, reach out to them, have them like it, have them watch. The more power is in numbers, so just get your friends out there. Let's have a team and just have this crew, this mission of having people just come as a group to these, or
Yeah, we're educating the community, right? We have to educate everyone. The more educated everyone is on the subject, the more they actually understand what we are fighting for and who needs the advocacy so badly. Um, the better we can be and the more effective we can be. So that's what's been so great about going to the streets and speaking to all of these kids, because when you tell them that there's kids that are underage implicated inside of these hotels, all of them, you can see their little faces go into like total terror, especially when they find out like the specifics on like what these audits are really all about, what they're doing to you in these hotels, interrogating you, locking you up against your will, not letting you go, not having any type of way to impose any boundary, and never taking into consideration, even in any kind of common sense, you guys, the comfort level of a child. That's just basic humanity 101. Like, if a child's complaining and saying he doesn't like it or they don't want to do it, L. Ron Hubbard would tell us to double down, to triple down, and all of this is done full knowing, guys. All of this is done full knowing. All of this is in the rhetoric of the convicted, indicted felon that wrote these books and put them out there. So, I don't know. So we're gonna go to downtown LA courthouse. This is not the same courthouse that Danny Masterson was at. It's getting harder to see the chat because it's really sunny, you guys. But
it was interesting last night when the one kid you were talking to was like, yeah, my age group, my friends that are in my age group, we're not getting brainwashed by this stuff. Remember him saying that? I mean, thank God for the internet now. People complain about the internet and social media. This is the power of social media. This is social media at the best.
well, and Streets LA talked about how all it takes to be a reporter and a journalist, you guys, is to go out with your camera and literally go and record, and report. They are scrambling on a left and right. Yeah, they're scrambling, you guys. They're totally pressed. They are scrambling. They cannot stand the scrutiny, right? Because like that's scammery 101. What do all scams have in common? They cannot stand up to a shred of scrutiny.
Or pressure.
If these centers were exactly what they're purporting to be, well, they would be glad to answer questions. They would be glad to open their doors. They wouldn't be so pressed to have such security forces, crooked security forces, you guys. Like, we're going to really start telling you all about the security guards of Scientology. The security guards of Scientology are the slave owners. Okay? Oh, so, yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, you're talking about the security guards. Last night when I rode up, there was a young kid there that I'd seen before, and the older guy, security guy, was talking to him, trying to coach him on what to do and what not to do. And he ended up started talking to people, and the security guard was like, "No, you can't talk to people." And the kids even said, "Can you talk to us?" And the kid said, "No, I'm not allowed to talk to you guys."
The hired security
The
guards?
hard, the
Yeah.
new young one.
Yeah, the hired security guards, guys, because, and I did get that question the other day. Why are they hiring security when they have so much of a security force themselves? And I'll tell you what, you guys, going back to Scam 101, Scientology doesn't want its free slave driver securities. The persons that sign up to be security guards inside of Scientology, you guys, they sign up to be slave masters. Okay, they have over what's going on with those people. So the security guards cannot stand up to the scrutiny. Scientology is very, very pressed to not have the members that are signed up for the scam see that there's pushback to what they're doing. So that works in two ways. Number one, it works on its members, including the security guards, to double down on their belief that they're doing the right thing by being inside of this scam. So it makes them feel like, when they're being attacked, it actually makes the people that are on the inside more wanting to stay on the inside. And actually, it creates like this sort of like internal camaraderie inside that, oh, we're being attacked. We're all staying safe here. Nobody understands us on the outside. So we're talking about full radicalization of people. These are people that are radicalized. They are in a state of mind where they really do tell themselves that they are better than everyone else in the world, that no one outside of themselves knows the answer, and they are very, very proud to have a technology, the technology of a convicted, indicted felon, that does give them a certain amount of deranged power dynamic imbalances that you wouldn't find anywhere else unless you were running a full-blown slave master operation. That's how those hotels work. And part of that slave master works to have the narcissism. The narcissism builds up in them, the narcissism and the confidence, going back to it's a con. Hi, Vesti. Good morning to everyone. Save the children. Yes. Are you two going to court? Yes, we're going to court. And so are more people, you guys. We're going to have some surprises today for y'all. It's going to be a very productive, good day again today. You guys definitely check it out. Hi, Liz. Good to see you. Yay.
Hey, Liz, I hear we're going to see you soon.
Yes. Friday is also going to be a very epic day, you guys. Why are we going to court? So there's a hearing for the lawsuit involving Leah Remini, you guys. So we're going to find out what in the hell is going on with that lawsuit and what type of arguments the Scientology attorneys can really put up for themselves. Let's really put their pitching skills to the test. Let's see how they manage to, contort themselves to explain why harassing and literally, I mean, harassing and fair gaming other citizens is such a protected religious activity because, they really have stretched this idea of religion in a way that it is, in hindsight now, going to be completely indefensible. Stop. No more kids in Scientology. Yes. Hi, Granted for Truth. No more kids in Scientology, you guys. Definitely. Like to the public, yes. This is going to be a public hearing, you guys. And we are going to also, the court is actually allowing cameras in. So we're being told that there's a possibility they'll even let us live stream. So we might be able to stay on live. But if not, there is a press person that is going to take approved footage from the court, and we will be getting our hands on that film so that we can all audit these attorneys of Scientology. You guys, we really need to audit the attorneys. The attorneys are the enablers of these hotels. Without these attorneys, these hotels would not be able to operate with full impunity under the guise that they're not operating with full impunity, under the guise that everything in the hotel is just completely legit. So we would know how those hotels actually work. The attorneys of Scientology that get paid a ton don't have a shred of a clue how unhinged, how deranged their client is. And even though they get paid the big, big bucks, you guys, these attorneys for Scientology, are not defending it pro bono, I'll tell you that much. These attorneys of Scientology get paid to care, and yet they don't give an F. They get paid to advise a client to not break laws, and yet here we are going to a court case where their client has been breaking the law. That is what they're being accused of, breaking the law. So, yeah, more court cases will continue to be filed because the facts need to get exposed. And the only way to get the facts exposed is to go through these legal proceedings and to really have Scientology attorneys stand up to the scrutiny. The attorneys only care about the money and COS. Make sure they get plenty of it. Sick. That's right. Yep. They're only caring about the money, you guys. It's moolah and money for themselves, cashing checks on the monthly basis. Can someone tag Nerd Report? Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be there. I I didn't get a chance to tell him about it because he wasn't out with us yesterday. I hear they're releasing the video later, not live. Gotcha. The walls are closing in on Scientology. That's right. The walls are closing in on predators, you guys. The walls are closing in on systemic predatory practices that are getting exposed. Starting with the criminal conviction of Danny Masterson, that is the literal tip of the iceberg. So, we are gonna go and find some parking, you guys, and it might be that I lose you if we go down there, but we'll be streaming all the way to the court, and if we can live stream there, we'll definitely live stream right afterward. It's so sickening that the FBI has not brought charges on case into the kids. That's right, you guys, it is sickening. And check out my last video, the one that has the Epstein, David Miscavige, Marty Rathbun, Mike Rinder, Debbie Cook thumbnail, because reporter Nick that did a whole interview has spoken about the type of protections in place that, including but not limited to, federal authorities have implicated themselves in systemic cover-ups of these networks preying on kids. So no, it's not just allege. No, it's not just like, oh, we really think it's a conspiracy. The federal authorities have implicated themselves in cover-ups before. Are they doing that today? We don't know. We wouldn't be able to make that claim right now, but they certainly have shown, as per the public record that shows, that they haven't done anything about it. And as you guys know, I recently was able to understand that, the practice of these Scientology executives locking up our passports as we were minors, being told we were volunteers, is a federal crime. It's a federal crime to lock up a passport of a minor that you are keeping for yourself in a hotel, that you are literally exploiting, working up to 11 hours, like Debbie Cook was having us work for her inside of her hotel, doing really unthinkable, disgusting things that, you know, none of us could have ever consented to volunteer for. But we have been told that it couldn't be more of a religious experience we were having there for ourselves. So the FBI has been put on blast, you guys. The FBI has been put on blast. I don't know if the FBI Crimes Against Children unit is compromised. Hopefully they're not. Hopefully, but it's public. It's the public awareness that forces these law enforcers to go and enforce a shred of law. Because look at what happened with Epstein and Ghislaine. They were untouchable until they weren't untouchable, until the public was made aware of what they were doing to underage girls. And no matter how much of a royal family you are, Prince Andrew style, no one is above the law. No one that purports to be practicing a religion all of a sudden doesn't have, you know, any laws to be considering. And again, the systemic confiscation of passports, Scientology, the systemic confiscation of passports, OSA, Debbie Cook, Mike Rinder, Marty Rathbun, David Miscavige, Shelley Miscavige, Supi Shea Gentry, Angie Trent, all of these executives I just named, you guys, they all worked in a conspiracy to systemically grab all passports of all the minors that were purporting to be volunteers and having them locked. So we're pushing back on all those horrific things that, that's not like a administrative error. Oh, we took your passport and locked it away, and we instituted this policy where you really did have to give us all of this information to see if we would approve you getting your passport back. You know, so that's not a thing to grab people's passports and then they have to ask for them. And
Where's handicap?
oh, no handicap. Looks like. All right, you guys, we're going down underground. I will see you as soon as we get up because we're about to lose reception. So see you shortly.